Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to Star Scandal Spotlight. We're thrilled to have you with us today as we dive into yet another fascinating story from the world of celebrities. Today's spotlight is shining on something that has everyone talking. Woo-seok. Was that something you should only do with someone you're dating? What really happened between Woo-seok and Hae-yoon? Join us as we uncover the details and dig into the drama. Right now on Star Scandal Spotlight, the room fell silent. Eyes widened, a collective gasp rippled through the set like a lightning bolt through calm skies, and at the center of it all stood Woo-seok, charming, composed, yet visibly shaken, next to Hae-yoon. Like she had just witnessed something she wasn't sure she should have been part of. It was supposed to be a routine shoot, just another day on the set of the wildly popular drama they were filming, cameras rolling, lines rehearsed. Everyone knew the drill, but what happened off camera that day? No one could have anticipated, according to multiple eyewitnesses. During a break between scenes, Woo-seok and Hae-yoon disappeared from the main set for nearly 20 minutes. At first, no one thought much of it. Co-stars often step aside to discuss scenes or take a breather. But what followed next sent shockwaves through not just the crew, but soon, the entire internet. A leaked behind-the-scenes clip, captured from a security camera not meant for public viewing, surfaced online within hours. The footage didn't have sound, but what it showed was more than enough. Woo-seok, leaning in far too close to Hae-yoon, brushing a stray strand of hair behind her ear with a tenderness that screamed something more than friendship. Then came the moment that fans, critics, and gossip blogs hadn't stopped analyzing since. Woo-seok, eyes locked with hers, slowly placed his hand on her waist, guiding her gently toward him. It was not scripted, it was not rehearsed. It was real, and Hae-yoon didn't pull away. Social media exploded. Within minutes, the hashtag #WooYoonMoments was trending across platforms. Fans were torn. Was it just a moment of heat-of-the-scene confusion? Or had the line between acting and reality blurred beyond repair? But things took an even stranger turn after that. Reporters approached Hae-yoon the following morning at an unrelated press conference. She looked startled when asked about the incident. "I don't know what you mean," she said, her smile faltering for a brief second. "Woo-seok and I are just colleagues." Just colleagues, because only hours later, Woo-seok himself appeared on a live stream, not to deny what happened, but to clarify something else. "I didn't mean to make her uncomfortable," he said, visibly emotional. "But what I felt in that moment, it wasn't acting. It was real. I'm not sure when it started, but I realized it too late." Fans were stunned. Was this a confession? An apology? A subtle cry for something more? The public began to dig deeper. Paparazzi photos from earlier weeks resurfaced. Photos that, at the time, seemed innocent. Woo-seok holding an umbrella over Hae-yoon during a downpour. Two of them sharing a private laugh at a cast dinner, isolated from the rest. A moment where Woo-seok was seen picking something from her hair on the red carpet, their eyes meeting just a little too long. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. "He's been in love with her this whole time," one fan tweeted. "You can see it in his eyes." But just as the romantic tension reached a fever pitch, a shocking statement was released by Hae-yoon's agency. Hae-yoon values her professional relationships and was unaware of any romantic intentions. She kindly asks the public to respect her privacy at this time. It was like a slap in the face, for Woo-seok. For everyone who believed they had witnessed the birth of a real love story. Suddenly, what was magical and dreamy became awkward and uncertain. Was it a one-sided moment? Did Woo-seok misread the signs? Or was Hae-yoon simply trying to protect her image from spiraling out of control? Since then, both stars have gone silent. Drama continues to air, and their on-screen chemistry remains electric. But now, every glance, every touch, every line between them is scrutinized with an intensity usually reserved for real-life romances. One thing is clear, something happens that day, something unscripted. Something raw, something undeniably real. 3 days, that's how long it had been since the world watched Woo-seok's shaky confession unfold live. And in those 3 days, Hae-yoon hadn't said a word, not a tweet, not an appearance. Not even a vague quote from her stylists or team. But on the 4th day, she finally broke the silence. It started innocently enough, a blurry Instagram story of the sky, tagged "simply trying to breathe." But fans saw more than just clouds. They noticed the location tag, Gyeongdam, just blocks away from Woo-seok's agency. The internet went into overdrive. Later, a new wave of photos hit the fan forums. Grainy, and shots of Hae-yoon entering a private cafe. 5 minutes later, Woo-seok walked in. Alone, they met. In secret. No managers. No crew, just the two of them. For 47 minutes, they sat inside. From the world, no one knows what was said. No leaks, no audio. But when Hae-yoon emerged, her eyes were red, not swollen from tears, No. Sharper. Focused, like someone who had just made a decision. And then came the real twist. That night, at 11:48 p.m., Hyun posted a statement on her official fan cafe. I've taken some time to reflect on recent events. What happened that day was unexpected. For me, for him, for everyone watching. I didn't respond because I didn't know how I felt. But I do now, and the truth is, I felt it too. The fandom exploded. Same Hyun who, days earlier, claimed they were just colleagues, now admitted there was something real? Did she lie? Or was she protecting something? Herself? Him? Or both? But it didn't end there. Post. She included a single photo, a candid, never-before-seen shot of her and Woo-seok during filming. From the drama. But behind the scenes, he's sitting on the floor, laughing. She's beside him, her head resting on his shoulder, eyes closed. It wasn't posed. Intimate. Raw. Undeniable. Suddenly, people weren't asking if Woo-seok had crossed a line. They were asking something else entirely. Were they already in love? And just hiding it from the world, the media, of course, pounced. Journalists unearthed suspicious coincidences, overlapping vacations, matching accessories, secret getaways disguised as fan events. Every little moment now looked like part of a carefully constructed cover-up. But before either of their agencies could clamp down with the usual just friends excuse, something even more shocking happened. A new video leaked, taken during that same scene shoot, the one that started it all, only this time, it included audio. In it, just before the moment Woo-seok brushed her hair aside, you hear him whisper, "Tell me to stop. If this isn't real." And Hyun? Her response was barely a breath. Don't. That single word flipped the entire narrative. It wasn't accidental. It wasn't one-sided. It was mutual. Now, the conversation has changed. Not did Woo-seok go too far? But, why did they try to hide it? Some say it's because of industry pressure. Dating can ruin a rising career. Others speculate that one or both were under contract clauses preventing relationships with co-stars. There are even rumors of a secret pact between agencies to suppress their romance for the sake of PR deals and commercial image. There's something in their eyes now, whenever they appear on screen, in trailers, even in old interviews being rewatched by eagle-eyed fans. A lingering gaze, a half-second pause, a softness they couldn't quite fake, and maybe, they never were. One thing is certain. This isn't just a scandal anymore. It's a love story, one that tried to hide in the shadows, but has now been dragged into the spotlight. So now, we ask the question not with suspicion, but with hope. Woo-seok. Was that something you should only do with someone you're dating, or was it something you could only do with the one